So Robbo has got his wish. I asked him who he'd prefer to play of the 4 players left. He said Brett Rogers. And the other match will be Michael Skerry and Nathan Harris. Geez, he smashed that pack and that didn't really have a lot of action. So first ball Brett plays, as Robbo said, a bit loosey-goosey. And lets Robbo in first. And you'll see a big difference in speed in this match between the 2 players. Brett just generally decides what he's doing, just goes straight up and plays it, whereas Robbo is a bit more methodical about his decisions and the way that whether he decides to commit to the out or not, or whether he decides to play a containing shot. It'll later on give him an advantage to win the frame. So you saw Brett miss a red, and now we're seeing Robbo decide, I don't want reds, I want yellows. And chops that in. Don't think he's got a shot, and you'll be able to play the yellow off the yellow, if that makes sense. So there's 2 yellows sort of in a line, and he will play the yellow off the yellow into the middle. Got to give it a little bit of, don't smash it, but give it a little bit of pace, half ball, and it should just come straight off the yellow. Now if he gets his shot right and doesn't kill the yellow at the top cushion, all these balls, they look a bit congested and whatnot, but they're all on. So you can see him just above centre. He wants to play like a stun run through. And, well, he's actually not caught that half ball. So Brett with an opportunity. I'll be very surprised he doesn't play this ball that he's just sort of looking at now and just get a can on the 2 balls on the side cushion. Try and open things up a bit. Unless he thinks that the plant's on, in which case doesn't need to play extracting sort of shot. The problem with this shot is that even if he gets the extraction, the balls may fall worse. So as you can see there, he's got one off. This is always a danger, but he may be on the ball to the middle, which is a good piece of fortune for him. And he can probably stun between the yellows, sort of near the middle pocket. And now we can just mop up this end. So he's got, he's still got a lot of work though, because this ball that's on the side cushion that he cannoned earlier doesn't really link to anything. It's a very annoying ball. I guess if you can just drop it in now and just hold the white. He's got the red that's up the other end of the table, almost on the balk line. But even after that, he's still got a lot of work to do with that white ball, transitioning from ball near the bottom cushion to the 2 that are up the other end of the table near the black spot. So to me, I'd almost be putting this over the hole. But decides to pot it. I don't think he's on this red. One thing I will say about Brett, probably one of the best shot players of playing balls down the cushion I've ever seen. So going for a snooker off 2, doesn't even hit a ball. Not indicates to Robbo he has 2 shots, and now Robbo will look to close out this opening frame in a best of 7. There's no way on earth Robbo's going to play this shot. He's still going to play. Well, he is going to. Can't believe it. I thought for sure he'd play the other ball in the middle. He was just too concerned with crashing into other yellows. And I don't think this yellow that he's just lining up with his cue goes into the corner. So I felt that out wasn't that difficult. Just had to get the opening pot, but now to me it looks like he probably won't get it. And he needs to come up with a way that Brett can't finish the frame off himself. But I do love being proven wrong, and nice little use of the jaw there to hold the white. And if he's got an angle here to get back down the table where he just was, that'll be a huge bonus for him. May use this ball and then like get a little cannon on that little red and yellow that's stuck together. Well, that's a great little shot. And look, I could be totally wrong. That yellow does go to the corner, but you might have an angle here just to move the red, not the yellow, but hit the red. Well, he hits the yellow. It's not that big a deal, but the thing is, he doesn't have a shot. If he had hit the red there, he probably would have been on the yellow that he just accidentally nudged. And then the out's not too hard, but now he doesn't really have a simple shot. Now, I think this yellow does go up inside the red, the long pot, but bridging is awkward. And you need to cue it absolutely perfect, because if you undercut it, obviously it's not going to go. If you overcut it, you're just going to catch the red a little bit. The last thing you want to do is catch the red. So at the worst, I'd want to hit this a bit straight, and that way it's at least covering that red that's on the side cushion. So let's see what happens here. Well, he's done exactly what I've said there. He's hit it, but he's caught the jaw. Now I think this red will at worst sit over the pocket. I don't think it goes, even off the yellow, but you can probably nestle it in there and just kick the yellow out of the way, put the red over the pocket, and you can probably put Robbo in some real trouble here, because the very following shot, if Robbo doesn't do something special, Brett's balls are all on. If he does pot this ball though, then look for him to close the frame out. And well, it's turned out exactly how I suspected it would. And Robbo may have no choice whatsoever but to smother this red with the yellow. Sort of shots, to be honest, he doesn't like to play, but he has absolutely no option here in my opinion. And looks like he's going to play it. Now, you may ask what is the point of this shot, because now you definitely can't pot it or kick it out. The whole point of this shot is to stay in the frame while he's actually overhit it, because Brett could still pot it. So not a great shot from up, but just to explain, if he gets that shot right where Brett can't pot that red at all from anywhere on the table, he then picks up two shots, and then he can use one shot to kick that ball out and then close out the frame, whereas Brett never would have had a chance. So he should finish this off. He's got a bit awkward cueing, but he's got a plant. It looks pretty set, and he'll have two shots as well. And couldn't have cued that any better, really. And now you just see him screw back a little bit and keep his two shots on the black. Well, he decides to layer up and play a pretty horrible shot, but should still be okay. Just a little flick off quarter ball off the top side of this black. Or he's going to double it in the middle because he's a lunatic. And he does. And now he gives himself a tricky black. Well, I thought he had two. Why did I think he had two? Probably because I was talking so much about him fouling that I just put in my head that he was. But anyway, either way, it was a loose out. And Robbo will be the happy receiver of a simple pot out. And he'll just play this plain ball and land on the blue spot here. And I don't think I've seen Robbo miss one of these since 2001. And 1-0. As we quickly have a bit of a squiz at the other table, and Nathan Harris is on the reds. So obviously Scary's chopped up and out because he's only got one yellow on the table. And Nathan Harris looking pretty good amongst these balls. They all look on. Nothing real difficult to do. Probably the only problem that Nathan Harris has got here is he's left-handed. And I don't say that because he'll have hampered queuing anywhere, it's just that he's left-handed. So switch back to the table we chose to focus on. And Rio's just sort of standing around. It looks like she wants to put a microphone on.
Just listening. One day.
Like all chicks, she's scared. So Robbo, you'll notice something else about Robbo when he decides what he's doing, when he's in the process of deciding. He gets down and like cues a shot and then just gets up. This time he's cueing it. And well, he's missed that by a kilometre. Tried to cannon the red and yellow that was stuck together. And Brett's now he needs to find a solution for these two little balls that are stuck together at the bulk end of the table. And well, he's tried to go into it there. That was actually lunacy. I don't think he could have possibly got enough action on that. But he loves to play these sort of shots, and I tell you what, some of the stuff he does amazes me, so I should never say that he can't do something. And I think he might have an angle here. It's hard to tell from the camera angle, but I don't know if he's dead straight or if he's got an angle where he can go into it, like he force the white ball sort of to the left-hand side. But even if he does get this and he doesn't get the cannon right and like doesn't land on the ball, he's got a big shot coming up afterwards. So this is really difficult now because nothing links. I know you hear me say linking and all the time. If you've heard me enough, you know what it means. But if you haven't heard me speak about linking balls, it basically means you can pretty much just take the risk of potting a ball or just dropping a ball like on the cushion, and you don't have to worry about punching and getting position. There's already a ball just sitting there that just you don't have to do anything with the white. Well, Brett's just fouled. I think he just called a foul on himself. It was definitely a foul. And he cued right across the line on that shot. Okay, it wasn't a foul. I thought I saw him move the ball, but I think it might have just been his arm cueing across the line. Either way, it wasn't the greatest of shots, but yeah, Robbo's looking at this ball down the cushion inside. You don't want to. I don't know if you need to play this shot, because if you accidentally nudge the yellow and you make that red on, you'll be kicking yourself, even though Brett's balls are dodgy. Well, he's chosen to take it on, and well, it's gone straight. And well, the way he stood up, it looks like he didn't want that to go in. And I think the reason being is because he can later on in the frame extract those balls really easily with the ball over the pocket. But I like the idea here if... I like the idea here of Robbo just dropping his ball, and if he can do it, like it looks like he might have too much angle, but if he can do it, get the white ball on the bottom cushion, then he's got that ball that's in the left-hand side pocket, and he can stun up the table and then dislodge the awkward yellow. Like I said, don't think you can actually keep that white low. Yeah, that's obviously he couldn't. I think maybe he might have been able to if he dragged it in, but she's looking at this. I think he actually still has the angle. He may have to force it a bit more than what he would like, but he may still have this angle. And the ball to the right-hand side of the table, up near the ball can, the yellow, it's on its own. It kind of links, but then the transition after that shot could be difficult, depending on where this ball goes now. So let's see what now. He's just going to play a controlled shot. Now, given how much he pulled the white ball up the table there, the shot that I suggested was definitely on. Robbo's other idea, it looks like he's going to play a plant where he's going to clip the red to the left-hand side fairly thin to plant the ball in. And he could even play this as a bit of a shot to nothing as well, with the white ball just sort of bury it a little bit. Looks like he's committing full blood to this. He's played it perfectly. And, well, he's on the ball to the corner as well. Should close out this frame. Brett has no choice but to stand there and think, well, that's a pretty good shot. I shouldn't have chopped up that last shot I played. Now, Robbo's still taking some time on this because I think he doesn't have any angle at all, so he can't just land easily on a ball, or he might have the wrong angle. Well, he was fairly straight, and he tried to just force the white ball through, so he had a shot where he could play his other yellow and land neatly on his final yellow. So it wasn't as simple as it first looked, but probably still should have got it. And now Brett with balls all over cushions. As I said, he's one of the best players of balls down cushions I've seen. So this out looks real tough, but I kind of expect him to get this. Well, Brett smashed that. He should probably hit it too hard. So another let off for Robbo. He is just the let off king. So this is just going to be dropped in pretty much dead weight. And you'll probably see Robbo, I think, maybe play this with a bit of right hand side to swing the white ball around a little bit, unless he can actually screw off it direct off of the side cushion and then back out again. So this is a preference shot. I can't tell exactly what his angle is, but knowing Robbo the way he plays, he'll probably screw off this to the side rail. He's not. He's playing the shot I said first. And I'm just watching the white ball again. You can actually see a perfect shot of him here, just using a little bit of right hand side on the cue ball. That's just swing past the red. As you can see there, he got just past the red. And this is actually not as simple as a shot. This is missable, but with a queuing action like Robbo, he has every chance to get this. But it's not the sort of shot that you just get down and knock in 10 out of 10. If you're playing at your best, you would still want to get this 8 to 9 out of 10. If not 10 out of 10, if you're really feeling that good. But to be honest, if you're not hitting the ball, like myself, or a few other guys that are playing, you probably get this about 4 out of 10, maybe less. And well, there you go. So he's jawed it real heavy. Probably hit it a bit hard too, to be honest. He doesn't normally hit balls that hard, which could indicate as well he wasn't super comfortable. And Brett's played the first snooker that he's ever played in his life, and well, he didn't actually play a snooker because it's not a snooker. He was happy with leaving him on this yellow and just bringing his red right out. I personally would have dug the white ball in there so deep that you wouldn't have been able to get it out with an excavator. Well, I'm just wondering whether you can come off the back cushion here. If he actually does come off the back cushion and can catch this this yellow just under half ball and get a double off the left-hand side cushion back into the middle, that red presents a pretty big pocket. Well, he's played. Tranny's actually standing there and he's pointing out the shot. He's gone for the double. I said the middle. He said the top corner. So we'll give you this one, Tranny. He refuses to put a headset on though because his head's so little that the earpieces don't actually fit over his head. They actually sit around his chin area. And Brett plays a pretty good shot. It was a shot to nothing, as you can tell. If he gets that ball, then he just pots out. But if he misses it, well, he's got good safety on the white. As Steve Jamieson joins us in commentary. shots on. And this has been a long frame, Steve. There's been a couple of opportunities. So this frame, as I was saying, there's been a couple of opportunities for both players. There haven't been absolute straightforward opportunities, but opportunities you would still probably expect players of this level to get. And there's been plenty of match play to get to semi-finals, so you should be pretty warmed up by now. As Robbo plays a very good shot. I don't think he's quite totaled him off the ball over the cushion as Brett just dives onto the table and pots it. Well, this is actually, you can actually use a bit of bottom and right hand side for this shot to swing it around the angle, so I'm surprised he played this, but wow, plays it beautifully. Lots of side here. I could see the white ball spinning there.
They don't call him the king for nothing, Jamie.
No, they don't, but he hasn't really lived up to that name for a while. Hasn't won much. But that doesn't really play in that much either, but yeah, never fun to play against. And Robbo said that he wanted this match.
He seems hungry today, Brett. He was playing my group today earlier, and he certainly seemed like he had the eye of the tiger more than I've seen for some time.
He must be low on funds for these poker tour at the casino.
Yes.
As he shakes his head at me and gives me a quick smile.
He's a highly respected coach now as well, Brett. He's helped a lot of young players get into the game and with their cue actions and stuff.
Absolutely. In fact, I've spoken about him many times in some of the previous streams that I've done commentary on, and as I've said, he helped me with my action a long time ago with a couple of real fundamental flaws that I just wasn't able to self-correct, and he not only did he pass that knowledge on correcting my own action, but without deliberately doing so, he gave me the knowledge to be able to correct other people's cueing actions as well. So, and they were very simple things, and to be honest, if I lived in Melbourne, I'd probably be trying to play with him every day.
Once again, a massive break from Mark. He's really mastered that.
Yeah, he's got a huge break.
Slightly unlucky to be left on the rail in the corner here, but one good shot and he'll be in amongst it.
Yeah, and I think the ball, the red to the middle, I don't think he'd be looking at yellows here. I think if he was more centred to the table, he'd probably take yellows because they're all at one end of the table.
Is he playing this yellow in the right corner though?
Well, it must go, so I'm a fool again. And indeed it does, so wow, it's sat over the hole. And which actually tells us for sure he could pot it.
Well, he did sink a yellow, so he's taken the pocket.
I like how he's just thrown his hand up there to say, oh God, I needed that to go in. And in actual fact, he's probably not that concerned because he's got complete control of the frame at the moment.
Yeah, I feel for Mark. He's probably missed 3 shots all day, so.
You feel for him, do you? He's only won both. He's only won both the comps, and you're feeling for him.
With a hint of sarcasm, of course.
I feel he's due to lose.
He has set such a high standard, though. He's a very dedicated player, probably the most dedicated player at 8-ball in Melbourne, and no surprise the results have followed.
I actually thought that was you, Steve, the amount you're practicing these days to improve your game.
Yeah, the problem is I'm playing you, Jamie, and it's probably bringing my game down.
It's probably a good call. I could not even get past the top 32 today. Dale Bolton just decided to dismantle me systematically. But in fairness to myself, I probably wasn't the most fortunate of results. I got a couple of times when I tried to make an out. Tried to just open play up a little bit and they didn't work out nicely. But that's the game. When you take them on, sometimes it doesn't work out how you like. And Robbo now, I don't think he's got any angle on this yellow within the middle, which is why he's sort of hesitant.
Do you think he's trying the face cut double into the left centre? Or the corner pocket in off the red?
Yeah, I think the top pocket's a better shot. Well, he's played it badly, but he's still got the coverage.
Checking the pocket, so he's got control of 2 pockets this frame. Have to be favourite from here.
Although he's covering the red that's near the yellow, obviously if you look above the bulk line, there's a red there that will clear that yellow out. So that I wouldn't actually say that's safe, but it's this red down the other end of the table where the yellow's over the pocket is the absolute problem ball for Brett, and he really needs to work out how to deal with that quickly, because another shot or two and Robbo should be going game here. So Brett's decided, you know, I'm just going to smash this up the other end of the table, try and get some kind of result. I'm not sure exactly what his intentions there were. If he had have actually like cannon that black, because he did actually hit it, if he had hit it softer, he would have destroyed that black and just put it on the back cushion. But then again, Robbo would have had a yellow inside his red, so...
He's got an out here, but it's not straightforward, but it's certainly within his range, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think I think right now he's deciding, do I take this ball over the pocket and commit? If I do take this ball over the pocket, I must cannon the red that I'm near, because it opens up the other ball. I think that's what's going through his head at the moment when he's getting to a committing stage. He wants to be a bit
closer to that to ensure the cannon. And that's exactly what he's just looked at there. A trace of right hand side to kiss the red.
He only wants to kiss this like less than quarter ball just to move it out of the way. Well, he hits a half ball instead, and I don't know if he's on him.
I think he's okay. I think the middle yellow does go, or the right hand yellow does still pass.
Okay, well, if it passes, yep, you're right, he's spot on. Jacking up though, he's not playing it yet.
He's not playing it?
He will play the shot, but you can tell when he's not going to play a shot because he kind of like cues, but you can tell he's not down on the shot. He does it all the time. I don't think this angle is I don't think it's as straight as it looks. I think he's got a fair bit of angle. So the white ball's sort of travelling sort of away from where he wants to be. Well, he's gone to double. Look at this. This is a super shot, but he's
a millimetre away from that one. That is so close. And if Brett's going to win this match, I feel he has to really turn the screw here and punish him for that.
Yeah, he's got to knock these in.
I mean, it was very unlucky for Mark not to get that in. It was so close, but this is the sort of juncture to really step in, and the king has to do it now if he's going to do it, I think.
You reckon he needs to put the crown on, mate?
Yep.
Well, the opening plant drops in. It looked like it was never like close, but it actually was probably never going to miss. And now if you're wondering why, oh my god, this red's covering the black, why would you get rid of this so quickly? Well, if you leave this ball to last, transition to black is not simple, so that's the right shot to play. And this will drop in, he will land pretty much just sort of left of the brown spot, if I was to look at snooker, and have a little drop in on the ball to the middle.
It's nice.
And in fact, he's just to the right of the brown spot instead. I thought he might travel a little bit further than that, just so he'd have the white ball coming back down this end of the table. But
so this is it for 2-1. And the king takes the lead.
And he smashes that in like it was just not even there.
And I wonder who's got the break off in the fourth frame. In the Rogers-Robertson match.
I can't remember who actually broke the first frame. I think it might be Brett's break, actually.
If it's Brett's break, he's got also a very good chance of taking a 3-1 lead.
Yes, and Robbo's probably thinking to himself right now, why, Jamie, did you ask me the question of who I prefer to play?
And Brett has now dumped the white.
And given how the balls are spread and how fast that white ball was in, I'd say he's done a Ben Noonan special. We weren't even on the stream then, sorry mate. We're on the other table. So we were actually on the other table. As we just flicked back, we can probably check the replay though. You can check the because we didn't have it on the screen. Well, they've decided a re-rack is what's going to happen. Well, sorry, not a re-rack, but a foul 2 visits to Robbo. Yeah, the fact that they didn't split that well and that you dumped the white right in the middle tells me that he hasn't made great contact to the pack. So this is a big opportunity for Robbo to re-level the scores. 2 shots with the break. I don't know how many times I see someone with 2 shots and they dump the white themselves. But Robbo doesn't dump the white that much. He just screws straight back down the table to make sure and pots a ball.
Such a consistent break off he's got, isn't it, Jamie?
It is. And look at the yellows, Steve. They are just heads like mice.
They both look good. In fact,
Yeah,
my grandmother might have a chance here.
Yellows is party town in my eyes, mate. Even though you're right, reds look pretty good, but yellows are just party town.
Yeah. Might just be getting on the black if he leaves this yellow till last, but he's smartly getting rid of it early.
Yeah, I would be too. Only because the availability of it is less than the other 4 balls, and they all link. You can pretty much land anywhere. So screw back here. Won't be too concerned about that, I don't think. Although he's got a pretty thin cut in the middle now, and the white ball will definitely be travelling down and cannoning that yellow that's the bottom. I'll tell you, if you put another yellow right in the middle of those two, you'd have the Southern Cross. And he's got a nice little cannon there. There was always a small danger of him actually cannon the opposite side of that and the white ball going in off, but when I had a quick look, it didn't look like that was the case. And Robbo would have been awake to that. Now, I think he'll probably play the long ball here because, well, for no other reason than control the white, and it's just so simple once you get this ball. And in it goes. Well, he screwed back because he wanted angle to run down for an easy black, and the red-headed Hulk about to re-level the scores.
And that's perfect.
Steve, while we were waiting for this frame to re-rack and just switched over this frame, I did comment about the GBE 2014 logo we have at the bottom right hand corner of your screen there. You can probably give us a bit more info because you are the man that got the sponsor on board.
Well, certainly it's an event which is taking place on the 1st of March through to the 3rd of March this year in Guangzhou in China, and it's an annual billiards exhibition and conference where all the tier 1 manufacturers and service providers in the cue sports industry globally get together and exhibit their products and services to the global community. And it's been described as the Oscars of the billiards world, which includes all cue sports. So it's a growing event, an outstanding event, and it's great that they're supporting CueballTV.
And I think
in Australia to grow the organisation in the Asia market, where we hope to broadcast a number of high-profile events.
I hope you're not asking me to learn Chinese there, Steve, because me additional languages aren't real flash. I have a bit too much slang in my vocab as it is, and trying to speak a bit of Chinese might I'll have to go to school for that one, mate.
Yeah, we may be able to purchase a translation device. Although it might not work with my Scottish accent, so we'll have to get.
I don't know if
We
half the
should
words I
be
use I'll be
okay.
able to translate either. Meanwhile, Brett's he's not mucking around. He's just
He isn't,
decided
is he?
to punish.
He's in like Flynn here, and you wouldn't back against him the way he's playing. And the scores are actually 2 frames all. It's not 2 frames to 1 as the screen suggests. We're just updating that now. And he's a bit straight here.
Yeah, he wanted to go a bit further. So for the main reason, not hamper queuing. If he comes through a little bit more, no hamper queuing.
It's probably a deep screw here to get on the black in the middle.
I think he'll just stun it.
Okay.
Back himself to take the long ball on.
This is not an easy pot, I've got to say. I think I would have definitely been screwing back there to give myself.
I think the only reason he does is because when you're playing deep screw and you're bridging up like that, it's so much easier to accidentally swerve it. And he's just dropped that in perfect.
Fantastic shot. And you're right, Jamie, there's less risk profile in dropping it in.
And also, this table has just been put here tonight and levelled by Butters, so it should be spot on. And the players are trusting that. Obviously, tomorrow it'll probably be terrible because it'll sunk into the carpet and need re-levelling, but for now, perfect.
And it's All Star Sports, isn't it? The company that do the pool tables here?
Yeah, it's John Russell's. Well, actually, no. Well, he actually doesn't make these tables. He has done the reclothing and the re-rubbering of the tables recently, but most of these are Alcock tables, I think.
Okay. I think these ones are actually.
Normally, you can see JR's logo.
Yeah.
On the table, I can't see that, but either way, he's done the cloth work and stuff, and they're running quite nicely. Brett made comment on the table that Scary and
it's a fantastic break from Brett there. Just what he wanted to get when he's 3-2 up.
Yeah, and he's a big chance to win the match from here.
And he's taking a yellow off the break there, so.
Pretty sure he will take reds.
Yeah.
I think here a little cannon on the red near the black. To the right side, so he can just hold the white. Well,
seems to be jacking up though, so maybe he's going to save that for a rainy day.
Well, maybe he didn't like the follow-up shot if he gets the cannon.
I think the red goes in the corner, so I think he's planning that as the connecting ball with the black.
Yeah, and also the ball that's near the right side cushion isn't exactly the most fun ball to have to pot and land on.
I think he's on this, just. Question is, he needs to probably kiss into this yellow on the left side to get on the red in the middle.
Too much angle, I think, yeah, so...
Okay, maybe not kiss it, but just... He's in good position here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. It's one of those shots that's hard to tell. I don't think he can come off the back cushion here, so... Yeah, he's come across... Tell you what, he is just flowing through the balls at the moment.
He's in really good form today. And is he going to double this last thread? That's the question.
He may even play it now.
I think there's reasonable value there. He's got 2 balls in the middle pocket if he misses it. But that red might just be in the way a little bit.
No, he's also got an angle to cannon the red off the side rail. So if you can hit the bottom side of this red, it should promote nicely to the middle. Don't want to smash this, just want to get... Well, it has smashed. Well, his angle wasn't there. He tried to force it.
I think he did try and get a nudge there off the red on the right rail, but...
Yeah, he was actually... He had way too much angle. It was forcing too wide, and he tried to top through it, but it's not enough.
Okay, so
and that'll be a snooker background there. If he's actually using a big white there, he hits it perfect because the little white throws so much.
That's true. Yeah, it did jump up a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, the thing you need to understand with a little white ball is when you play a like a top spin shot or a screw shot, the ball will actually shift sideways before it gets its action.
Yeah.
And that's where the wideness of the throw occurs, and he hasn't hit that hard enough. And you saw the white ball jump there. It took a lot of pace off the ball. That wouldn't have happened with a snooker ball as well. So that's an adjustment.
I've got a feeling this red just goes, you know. If he puts it with a bit of right hand side, I think it can drop it in, but
it's still all about transition.
Changes his mind.
What's he doing here? He's going to play the big face cut double. No, well, he's gone for it.
I'm not sure what that was, but...
Didn't mean to double kiss it at any rate.
Not too bad.
Yeah, and the reason it's not that bad is if Robbo does leave him a shot, that's sort of that ball in the rail kind of links now to his ball that's near the blacks.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst result in the world. Robbo actually has to pot this as well.
And these pockets are reasonably generous. I was playing on one of these tables earlier today, and they do slide nicely in. They're very new cloths,
Yeah, exactly.
and so shots like this, in fact, coming up if it's the right hand rail yellow, are a lot easier than on some of the older cloths and tables in the club.
I'd be surprised if he plays the ball in the cushion here. It's too easy to actually miss. But what I'd actually be looking at doing here is playing the ball on the left-hand side, the long pot. And you've then got an angle just to screw up behind the other yellow then, on the cushion. Then you can just screw off it to the middle of the table. You've got choice of balls. But
I think if he misses this though, Jamie, he does probably have a snooker on both threads if he just does a stick ball.
well, he took it on, full-blooded, as a shot to nothing, like you said.
And he's in a really good position here. One good positional shot here on the left yellow, and I think he's out.
Yeah, and we assume the black goes to the right-hand corner.
Yeah, I mean that will be obviously the key shot, I suppose.
Nicely negotiated the yellow around the angles. So obviously the key shot here will be his last yellow. He just wants an angle just to stun down onto the black to the left-hand side of the table. And he will just work out exactly how he wants to do that right now. He's already made the decision, so he'll just land just off straight off his first ball to the middle. Well, I think he's overhit that a bit, is he? No, he's okay. He's perfect, in fact. So he'll screw straight back now.
I think,
And
yeah, he'll be looking to position the white anyway, somewhere near that red on the yellow on the left-hand cushion.
no,
That'll be his target, I think, when he plays the positional shot.
Yeah, when he plays his last yellow, absolutely. He'll want to be off the cushion a bit, but yeah, even if he nudges that red, he won't be that concerned because they have a pretty good shot on the black.
Provided he's okay
Well,
there.
he's overhit
okay,
it.
Yeah.
But still, he has an opportunity to go up and down through ball. He may have to force it a touch with a little bit of, not smash it in, but a little left-hand side.
In fairness, he's probably got a good 2-foot square landing zone for this white ball to have that black where I think he could comfortably pot it.
Absolutely, and
And so
you can see
it's
the
a large
side.
margin of error, and he's hit it well.
Didn't want to be on the cushion,
Just a
but
bit tricky. It's missable, but you'd back him to get this every time, surely.
back him to get it 9 out of 10. There it goes. So we have a decider again. So scary 1-4-2. So he's in the final. So the two love childs could be playing each other here.
Yep, they are
husband and husband.
Flatmates or housemates.
They are.
And they have a table in their house. They practice together all the time and go out for dinner regularly.
They do. They are very, how should you say, closest of friends.
Yep. Both heterosexual, that's fair to point out. Not that it matters these days.
That's yet to be proven. Now I've decided that I am from now on going to call Robbo the Red-Headed Hulk. That is his new nickname, I've decided. And
I think Robbo is breaking here in the decider, so with his break off, if he gets it right, it's pressure for Brett Rogers.
And if he wins this and gets in the final, regardless whether he wins or loses the final, that is very consistent.
Yeah, it's a solid performance. It's consistent work.
And screws straight back. White ball got travelled off its course a little bit by a ball, but
okay,
nothing
down. Nothing down, which is rare.
And Brett has marched to the table. Decided, take a seat, Robbo. I am going to close out this match myself.
Don't think he's got an easy starter though, has he?
No, and Brett tends to rush sometimes.
Well, maybe this yellow does go.
Well, he's flying now, but he hasn't got the desired. You actually want to miss that red.
I think the yellow in the top right corner does go. So this is a better chance than I thought.
It does, and I still think there's a problem of. You'll see the difference in control between these two. Brett is a little bit more free-flowing and lets the white travel a bit more, as Robbo's a bit more on a string.
Yeah.
Well, he's fouled there.
Wow.
I find it hard to believe that's rolled because the table's been rolling pretty good. I think he's just misjudged that.
Serious? It was a long way off. I've got a feeling that was a roll.
Ball. It looked all right across the table. I mean, we're a fair way away from it, even with the camera view. Either way, Robbo will not miss this out. I'm going to put the curse on him right now. 2 shots. He just will not miss this out. Steve's just trying to get the attention from Brett to see if it rolled. Gives us the nod. Even if it didn't, you're always going to give us the nod anyway.
He's a pretty honest dude. I think Brett's always the first one to put his hand up if he's missed a ball. I think the ball did roll off a little bit.
Yeah, well, he missed it by a mile, didn't he? So you have to think the table came to play a little bit. So Butters, if you're out there listening, Brett Rogers might come and headbutt you tomorrow.
To be fair to Butters, he's done a good job today leveling the tables, and it's difficult to get them all perfect. There's 17 tables that we've been using for this event, or 16.
Well, I played on the table against Chipper today, and it rolled absolutely perfect. I don't have any excuses for the table. Couldn't have rolled any better.
I've just received a drink from Paul Brewer, which is a very rare experience, actually. It's makes a change for him to put his hand in his pocket.
I was speaking to some people yesterday. I can't actually remember who I had this conversation with, but they reckon every single stream that I've been involved in, somewhere along the line, I always say, "Where's me drink?" Now, I didn't realise that was the case, but for you guys that do, you guys that actually do religiously watch the CueballTV streams, and I'm commentating, you have a listen. I will say it from now on every single broadcast I make. I will say, "Where's my drink?" somewhere along the line.
So Mark's,
including this one.
Mark's put himself on the cushion here. I think this is very potable, but there is a little bit of work to do here.
He might have to use a little bit left-hand side. Well, he's just got by enough. And I'm not sure whether this goes to the middle either. He may just elect to try and cannon the yellow.
Mate. I think it does go in the middle.
He might try and cannon the yellow that is just above the...
But he is a little bit high on the red. Even if it does go in the middle, he needs to play it with a lot of right-hand side.
Well, that's why I'm suggesting he just comes with the back cushion and cannons the yellow the right-hand side.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's what
Same pocket. Well, he did play it with a touch aside. But
yeah, it's not quite on it, but still a good chance to get it from here. He's going to have a half-ball cannon on the black, and it'll still be on in the left centre or the top left corner. Yeah, so it's all about the pot here. If it goes in, I think he's gone game.
Yeah, it should be okay. And actually, just looking at this shot,
it's not an easy pot though, if under pressure.
I don't think this is going to be a half-ball cannon, Steve. I think it's going to be more three-quarter ball. So he might end up landing on a fairly white and black sort of behind one another.
Okay.
Oh, he's screwing off it to make it half-ball though. So as you saw there, he screwed off it nicely.
It's a superb shot. Brett will be disappointed with that, but he's played well today. He's back.
He has, and he'll still pick up a minor prize to take the casino tonight. And
well done to Mark Robertson again.
Into the final
Tremendous
again.
result. And should be a great final.
It should be. So the two Love brothers.
I'll announce the players, I think.
And I will take a quick break while these guys gear up for the final. They're probably already chopping at it.
Steve doing the final? Steve doing the final, or I'll come sit with you? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Much rather. Yeah.
So
when's it coming? The mail?
Early, mid to late.
Oh, tickets.
Door prize. The only colour that's not blue. Yeah, but they're not blue. They're like a beige.
Blue heavens are fruit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like blue heaven. What is that even?
The Windex.
It's not a flavour. It's not based on.
Blue heaven is Windex flavoured. If you drink Windex, then you'll probably get we're on that table. Oh, this. Trust.
Trust me. Why wouldn't you trust me? You know I hate you.
Bullshit. I see boobs.
I just flashed you. It's like,
Oh, look at over there.
Fucking hell, Rio.
what? Yeah.
Yeah, as it gets. They don't get it.
They do.
Those don't.
They do.
Even if they do,
When I was really fat, so you know,
they're saving you money.
Bravo.
They play all the time. Why, you mention that? Hang on, let me give you some stats. They play little tournaments. They do, and they.
Well, they call themselves fucking very singing.
And well, when I come in, they go, what's the score? They go, we're in the quarters. Oh.
Well, both of them are in the corners.
Well, one of them.
Sorry, which grade?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's like I'm in the quarters and they've got like little league thing, like $1 for a master break. What did we do last night? You weren't there this morning.
I'm a night owl, Susie. These guys are wanting to go to bed. I'm like fucking wide-eyed, bushy tail, and then Colby SMS's me goes, I'll give you a result. Yeah, I'm angry. I'm like, I said, can you guarantee a result? She goes, at worst is CPG. So I'm fucking straight to go.
I'll be like so. Oh no!
Really?
That made out.
Yeah, you got me. I'll blend in like this, and then you will. Actually, hey, did I do that on purpose today? How did that happen? Just ask myself. First time I ever said that. We were playing outdoor cricket. The ball was a bit fucked. I'm going, God, I need some shots. Can someone put some spray on it for me? It wasn't me. No. Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm pretty sure I'll put money on the fact that all men, not all, but you know, the majority of men struggle with it.
I can't blow. I can't blow standing up.
Standing up.
That's why I don't have a pull in the shower. I can't blow when I'm standing up. When are you surveying?
That's all I heard.
But as soon as I get on my knees on the dirt,
Oh, good.
standing up. As soon as I just get on the bed on my knees.
Solid. His head. His head.
Why can't you handle that?
It was here.
It was here this morning.
You can't do it.
No, when I walked in at 2:30, it was here.
Yeah, but he just left it after he's been playing next to it.
Why not?
Put his stuff in that 4-day bender.
Oh, was he hanging out with him?
Hanging out with his
Can't understand a word you're saying. You believe that? It's well, the guy that coaches actually. Mike's fucked, Steve. It's actually fucked.
I'm there with my Zimmer frame and it just doesn't
What do you
work.
need it for? We're all here.
Sounds like every time we robot. I love it.
You just stop it.
I've already ordered it.
He's already
I got
got
two.
You've got some
Tuesday night in the last
I got one too.
She's got a fucking suitcase. Big curvy.
I got one good one.
Really? Is it called Robo?
Some secret club that you
said good.
bloody wear and like, oh, they're in that club. Believe that's the right club.
See, the people that just walk around with big smiles on. Trying to get results.
Okay, this is for a CueballTV hoodie, everyone.
Yeah, what? What's it for? Oh,
CueballTV hoodie,
Purple C88.
That might be me.
C88.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
You suck my battleship.
is there any more?
C88. Oh, Sean Rogers, we have a winner. CueballTV hoodie, second pick. Oh, that's a take the pick.
Extra small.
There's large jackets in there, there's hoodies.
This is the last one. We didn't have enough entries for a cash prize. So we've got a $100 drinks voucher for ProAm.
What number do you want?
This is a drinks voucher.
C67.
Which one?
C62.
C62.
You suck my battleship.
You read that all the way around. It was a ride.
C62, anyone?
They're not here.
Akers, have you got a raffle ticket?
They're not here.
Are they?
Come on, Maria, stop trying to pull the
They're
skirt.
not here, then it's three.
Up a few minutes.
C62.
Purple.
They're all purple.
Purple.
Man, not these. I'm blue.
Is it a C?
Right, next.
No, it's a
What was that one?
Next one?
Number?
Pick one.
67.
No, they're not here.
Oh, purple C96.
Hell.
69.
C96.
No, it's still 96. Anyone have flipped upside down? Sorry.
96.
Yeah, but it's not a C.
C96.
C96. 69, sorry, mate.
You clicked on that one too.
Hang on, what was mine? That's
blue.
no blues. Purple C77. Bingo!
Knackers. No way. No way, well done. Yeah, there you go. 77, yeah? Congratulations. You can fly the hoodies if you want. Anyone likes the hoodies.
Well, I got it early. for a Jimmy Coke, and I couldn't believe that he only put one shot. Unbelievable. He only put one shot of bourbon in my drink. That's
Well, when I used to get my when like she was the children who wanted to have it and she comes up with and then she goes, no, then she goes, and then you go to the person, that one, he goes, oh, so I still want.
What about the rent?
Oh, yeah.
Take you What's that a month?
Oh, really?
Oh, I never actually got an official answer. It's cheaper 250.
I don't know, that one's trouble. You put anything down.
What do you get him? Yeah. Rex is apparently getting him around somehow.
No, he reckons he told me 250. And he said, no, I can't do that.
Just the other week. Today, I'm sure he said, now Ben reckons I'm sure.
Yeah, so he should, he hasn't.
Oh, yeah. It's not like I'm
Well, he's made like,
You don't get
what,
anything.
one top 20 maybe.
There's big guns in the paint.
There's one in Put it this way, you put 100 if he does play,